Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Counter Side. So this video is not related to the global server, it's mainly a SEA video because I will be talking about the next awakened character for the SEA server. Now if you guys are interested in this and you guys are just in the global server, this will be a good and interesting video for you guys. It might not necessarily link to you guys, but you can actually take a look at the future awakened character that you guys will get in the near future. So yeah, in today's video what we're going to be doing is talking about the next awakened character for the SEA server, which should be the awakened Jake. So I will be going over to the KR server to show you guys his animation, talk a little bit about his skills and all of that stuff. But before that, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, stay tuned for more content on Counter Side. I cover Counter Side videos, for example the global version, the SEA one, and sometimes the KR ones when there is an announcement for a new awakened character. But yeah, mainly global and SEA. But if you guys don't want to miss out on future Counter Side video, make sure you are subscribed, make sure that post notification is on, and if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button. It helps out with the algorithm and it also helps other people find this video. Okay, let's get right into it. Now before I talk about awakened Jake, I'd like to talk about our missing awakened character. So you guys already know that the SEA server, the last awakened character was awakened horizon, and that banner was released in May, like midway of May, and we haven't actually gotten a new awakened character since then. Now the timeline for awakened characters usually is every single month we will get at least one awakened character. Obviously the game hasn't been following through with that every single time, but that's what we all expect. Every month we get a new awakened character, which makes us very hyped. But right now it's been like 2 months now since our last awakened character, but tomorrow is Tuesday, so I'm hoping tomorrow is when they actually announce awakened Jake coming to the global server. But you never know, they might actually change the timeline and give us another awakened character, which should be the awakened Shinjia if they decide not to release the awakened Jake. But at the moment I do think awakened Jake should be our next awakened character. But right now a lot of people have been saving on their classified materials. Right now I have enough to actually pity 2 awakened banners. Now I think that's a good thing, but at the same time it's getting a little bit boring without new awakened characters. But yeah, this is my classified employment contract. I have 6,000, enough to pity 2 banners. I will be signing for the 2 future awakened characters, which is awakened Jake and then awakened Shinjia. The rest, or the other 2 awakened characters in the KR server, I will not be summoning on because they are basically average characters. I'm kind of surprised that the SEA server is not trying to push us closer to the to the KR version, because most games, whenever they get a release for the other region, their main purpose is to rush content or push further and get us around the same timeline as the other server. So kind of surprising. But anyways, let's go over to the KR server where I can actually showcase Jake, talk a little bit about him. So if this is the first time seeing my KR server, as you can tell, I don't actually play this. I only log in and take a look at the content available. Now once again, tomorrow is our update, so I'm hoping, finger crossed, we actually get an awakened unit, because I'm getting a little bit bored. Come on, we need to switch up our meta on PvP. Maybe a new SR unit, SSR unit as well coming out. I'm not really too sure. Maybe a new event. Actually, there should be a new event coming out tomorrow. So maybe a new SSR unit will be coming as well. So that's gonna be pretty exciting. Anyways, let's see. So this is the way awakened Jake looks like. It looks absolutely amazing. Then a lot of lightning around him. It looks absolutely cool as well. Now this is a counter unit. He is a 6 deployment cost, and he is a defender class unit. Now the name for this unit, or the faction he is in, is the Stormbringer, so that is pretty exciting. Now to just generalize what he actually does, he provides barrier, he has card control skill, and he is a debuffer. Now everyone knows, or most people should know, that awakened Jake is basically a counter for mech units. Now in PvP, I actually haven't come against that many mech teams, but obviously with awakened and Ryzen, awakened Ryzen is a mech unit and is pretty meta in PvP. So with awakened Jake over here, he can pretty much counter her. Now in my SEA account and in my SEA rank, I don't actually come against that many Evolved 1 teams. I've actually gone against them once in the last month. I've only come against 1 Evolved 1 team. Maybe that's due to the fact that he's banned or something like that. And I'm pretty sure in high tier PvP, a lot of people are going to be using Evolved 1 team. I personally like running the soldier team with the awakened replacer king, because that's just a pretty much brain dead team with all the soldier units running around. But yeah, awakened Jake will be countering the mech units, which is going to be very helpful, because most of the harder content in PvE, a lot of mech teams you will see a lot of mech teams or mech units in their harder PvE content. For example, Die 50, some level 130 stages as well. You pretty much be seeing some evolved one just running around. So yeah, this unit is going to be very helpful. Now let's go over and showcase his animations before we go over his skills. Just like every awakened character, they have their own special summoning animation. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Absolutely badass. Now this is the second male awakened unit, the first one obviously being Na Bin. As you can see, he has this aura around him when you deploy him, so pretty cool. Now let's talk about his skills. Now his basic attack punches forward with lightning charge, got alerts, inflicting damage on a target in front. Now this is just a basic attack, basic single attack, I think. Going over to his passive skill, when deployed, it creates a status field for 6 seconds that decreases mech's unit attack by 30%. Now 30% is a huge debuff and very nice. And you're also able to decrease the HP by 3% per second, so basically a DOT attack. This is non-cancelable and it doesn't affect bosses, so obviously that's what you would expect with most debuff. So after every third basic attack, inflicts AoE damage on mech units and stuns them for 2 seconds and creates another status field. So every third basic attack, he's able to do that status field all over again. And yeah, as you can see, his skill prioritizes mech units over any other units, and that stun is going to be absolutely amazing. Now think about this, this is his passive skill. He's able to stun for 2 seconds as long as he is able to hit with his third basic attack. Yeah, mech teams are going to be crying right now. Now if you level up his passive, you basically get an anti-mech damage resistant +10 and another 20%. So that's overall a 40% anti-mech damage resistant, which means it will be taking less damage from mech units. So boy, this unit is definitely going to shut down a lot of mech teams. So level 5 status field grants a barrier by 15% of max HP and applies half the effect to units other than mechs. Now with this skill, it basically helps your team because he's going to be providing your team with some barrier, but obviously if they're not mech units, they're only going to get half of that shield, but that still is going to be good. Now going over to his special skill, let's go ahead and showcase that. There we go. So that is his special skill. Combines 2 skills, inflicting AoE damage and targeting the caster for 6 seconds. When the skill is used, the caster becomes immune to hit stun from special or lower skill, and his attack speed increases by 30% for 12 seconds. So immune to hit stun, absolutely amazing in PvP. Now this is going to be a great buff for this unit. Now if you level up this skill, you basically get an increased damage from level 2 to level 4. At level 5, cooldown is reduced by 4 seconds. Additional AoE attack on the furthest target mech is stunned for 5 seconds. So basically hurts backline units. So most times in PvP, the backline units are protected, but this unit is able to attack them, which is absolutely insane. And if the backline unit is a mech unit, they will be stunned as well. So very nice utility from this unit. That is why he is known as a very good crowd control unit for mech units. Now let's go ahead and showcase his ultimate skill. So let's showcase the animation. Let's see. Wow, very cool, very nice. So quickly gathers enemies and creates a traveling explosion along the ground to inflict AoE damage. This skill creates a status field and prevents enemies from using skill or receiving buff for 8 seconds. Yes, it will exclude bosses. However, this is going to be a great CC ability, basically like a silent skill where they will not be able to use a special or use any of the skills, which means they're basically sitting ducks. Except this probably won't be that useful against soldier units, but this is absolutely insane. Now I'm actually happy that this doesn't have a condition, that it doesn't just affect the mech units, it seems to affect every single enemy. So very nice. Now if you level up the skill, you basically get an increased damage from level 2 all the way to level 4. At level 5, you get an attack speed minus 25% to the debuff as well. Amazing. Skill cooldown minus 4 seconds when an enhanced attack is used. So I'm pretty sure every third basic attack is basically an enhanced attack. So whenever you get an enhanced attack, the cooldown for this skill is going to be reduced by 4 seconds, and this skill has a 60 seconds cooldown, so you're just going to be hoping that he does this enhanced attack for a very long time. Now this character, like I said, is a defender class character, so the best gear for him is going to be HP gear. Now if you guys are trying to figure out which gear to give him, Hummingbird gear will be good, the Gorgeous set as well, the Maze gear as well, just trying to prioritize increasing his damage resistance. So very nice. You just want to make this unit very tanky. So this unit is going to be absolutely insane on release, and I can't wait for this unit to come out. So finger crossed he comes out tomorrow. Now mech units, definitely you will not be able to counter this unit. I feel with the amount of CC it provides, it's absolutely insane. Now there's one caveat with this unit, which is it requires a very good gear, because you want him to basically survive the entire round, or to survive the onslaught of damage. So you definitely want to make sure his gear is the best, and luckily he's a counter unit, so you probably have a pretty decent, not the best but decent HP gear already. I will be giving him my Awakened Hildy gear. He has a lot of CC, but mainly can only be used for mech units. So another, basically a con. You can't really use him in any other stages against normal units, for example counters or soldier units. He is still going to be pretty decent, but there's going to be better alternatives to use. But yeah, a very good unit. I can't wait for these units to come out. Hopefully you guys like this video. We have taken a look on a new Awakened character that should be coming out to the SEA server. Pretty exciting. Definitely going to be a meta character in PvP. It's been your boy AC Gamer. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'm out.
Was it the voice? Was it the fire burning in me? All of the noise turned into choirs of harmony.